So it's all about just affordability and simplicity.
I feel like this is just stepping into the truck of your dreams in that time period.
It's old school, but it still works.
What's up, guys? We're over here with Matt Helton, and we are here on episode 2. This is episode 2 on SY3. 4.
What? Yep.
Sorry, Matt. Don't
Number 4. Don't say 3.
Oh, my bad, G.
It's all good.
SY4, episode 2. There's been quite a few updates, man. Right?
Yeah, so it's been a few months, quite a few months. Since you were here last, and I've knocked a lot of stuff out.
Starting to look like a truck.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to look like a truck. I'm on the downhill side of the hump here of this build, so I'm getting a little more motivated. Last year I was finding it hard to come home and find the motivation to work on it, and
the double shift, man.
It's doing it all day long at work and then coming home and doing it again. It's tough. So. But anyways, just put my nose down and got a lot of stuff done, and so now it's getting easier and easier to work on it.
Well,
so,
I see the glasses on this thing.
Yeah, I got most of the body done. Bedsides are hung. Hood is officially mounted. Grill is just temporarily in at the moment.
Okay.
The front fenders, that's what I'm waiting on to mount the grill completely, is to mount the front fenders.
Okay.
So once the front fenders are on, I can make official mounts for this, and then I can build the front bumper.
Okay.
And mount lights, so that's sort of on my to-do list. Is the fenders still? Bedsides are completely knocked out; they're done.
Cool. Let's take a look at those guys. Bedsides are on. What glass is this?
So all the glass is from Hanneman.
Okay.
And so this is a Gen 1 Tundra conversion bedside.
Oh, okay.
So it starts as the 84 to 88 cab, and it goes into Gen 1 Tundra.
Nice.
Which is the same glass I had on the old truck too, as far as the back half. I just love the way, the flow and the look of the shape of the glass.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
So it's a cool looking fender, and Hanneman makes really nice glass, and it's square and the same from side to side. So
nice.
I went back and talked to Hal and ordered glass again, just like I did 16, 18 years ago, whenever it was with the old truck.
That's so wild, dude.
So it
very cool, man.
Yeah, it's cool. So
heck yeah.
I got everything painted. That's here. All the tube work, the frame.
Okay.
Because none of that was painted last time. It was all bare.
Oh, did you do all this, Matt? Or?
Yeah, this is all Steelite.
Oh, okay. How do you like working with Steelite?
Steelite's freaking great. It's so easy to spray on, and the prep is minimal for it. You just basically a little brake clean on a rag, wipe it down, and spray it on. It goes on so easy, and then of course you can weld through it, which is bitchin'.
Insane.
So
that's so cool, dude. This looks great, man.
You just spray it on, and if you've got to add a tab or something, you just blast through it, and then a little wire brush, and just touch it up, and it's pretty seamless.
That's gold right there, man.
Yeah.
Being able to do that too.
It's pricey, definitely compared to regular paint, but the durability and the weldability, in my opinion, makes it worth it.
What is it a can, if you don't mind me asking?
It's 20. Well, it's still it goes up every week. It seems like with everything else, of course. But I think I think it's
right, guys?
25, 28 bucks a can of something like that.
Okay.
It's a case of 12 cans was just under $300.
Okay, but you get almost powder coat quality in a sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
it's not quite as gnarly as that, but it's way better than regular spray paint. Like I said, it's just super easy to go on.
Okay.
So it makes it worthwhile in my opinion.
Well, I mean, dude, look at this, man. The whole damn thing looks amazing.
The whole cab is Steelite too. I'm gonna do the whole thing to start with.
Dude, that's definitely some SY vibes right there.
Yeah, so it'll be all black on black on black out of the gate, and then eventually I want to do some kind of wrap and put some color on it, but
dude, just Darth Vader that shit.
Yeah, because I got
keep it looking evil.
The wheels are black too.
Yes.
So it's everything's just gonna be blacked out. So that's kind of where I'm going to start at, and then we'll see how I feel about
the murdered out Yoda, man.
About some color later, but yeah,
Heck
I gotta keep with the theme of the old truck, and that was all black too. So
I love it, man. I love it, dude. What front end is this?
So the front is 2003 Tacoma. So Gen 1 Tacoma. So this glass, the fenders that are here, unfortunately they only make these fenders to go to the 89 to 95 cab. So where this meets the door back here is going to be a little interesting.
Okay.
So
what do you think you're gonna do?
Well, I don't know yet. That's part of why I've been holding off on mounting them.
You're like, dang it.
But they don't make this glass that converts to this cab. So I'm gonna
might have to do some sheet metal stuff.
Nah, or a little fill with add some glass to fill it in. But
all right.
Either way, but I still wanted this clip just like the old truck.
Well, I love the clip, dude. It's a great look right there.
Yeah, and the nice thing of having the fiberglass grill, I don't have to mount the stock plastic grill because that's what some of the like the old school Isinglass that's available for these trucks. No one makes a grill that I know of, so you still have to mount the plastic grill, and those things are a pain in the ass to mount, and they're always cracking and breaking. And
right.
So the fiberglass grill is really bitching in my opinion.
It's the way to go.
And it's just it looks cool. The scoop in the hood, like it's just a bitchin' look that I.
Yeah, dude, this is a great look.
Like. It's just a. And I've never been a fan of the big giant one-piece clips that are super huge and take two people to carry off and on, and so. This
is good for prep and race, like race stuff, right? You're on the set of the course, pull it off, get to it.
Yep, super simple and easy. So that's kind of where I was going with that.
Excellent, man. Any other big things up here? Did you guys want to pull the glass off this thing?
Yeah, I can pull the hood off and the bedsides, and then we can get some details underneath because there's definitely a lot that's changed underneath the body too since last time.
Heck yeah, man. All right, cool. Tell us about these lights. Where are they going?
So these are the notorious digger lights that I had on the old truck. I've always been a monster truck fan, and Gravedigger is like one of the OG monster trucks. So I thought it'd be cool on the old truck to put red headlights in it, just like old Gravedigger. And that was sort of what I was known by back in the day with that truck, because I was one of the first people to ever put red lights on a truck.
That's badass.
So with this one, of course, I had to do the same thing. So I've got these little guys right here that are going to go right in the headlight sockets. And
that's rad.
Can sort of recreate the look of the old truck and pay my homage to Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger.
One of the drivers, I guess, reached out to one of the guys, and they know who I guess Terra Crew is, which is really humbling, man.
Well, Ryan Anderson is Dennis Anderson's son, who drives the Son of a Digger truck, and
okay.
I know him pretty well, and he knows all the Hoonigan guys.
Really? Cool.
Which is intertwined with your group. So
right,
it's like,
right, dude. So yeah, they reached out somehow, and they were like, oh yeah, man. They told us what size they were. So there's definitely a gift package heading out to those guys. But I mean, I nerd out on that. I think it's super awesome, and I'm humbled. I'm like, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. But very, very cool, man. Very cool to even know that those awesome legends even know who us dorks are. But
yeah, absolutely. Monster trucks are one of those things that are they're just so gnarly and massive.
Yeah.
And just big and powerful and stupid. Like you can't not love them.
I mean, honestly,
like 1,600 horsepower and 10,000 pounds. Like they're jumping them 30 feet in the air. Like they're.
I still don't understand the physics that goes on. Yeah, like I truly don't get it. You see these videos of these guys just like flat landing. And the guys pop out, they're just like, yo, and it's like, oh my god, that hurts my spine looking at it.
Dudes like Kyle LeDuc and like I said, Ryan Anderson, a few other guys, they're just skying those things out. Like you look at what monster trucks was 10, 15 years ago, they're jumping like cars, like 10 feet in the air. Now they're putting them 30, 40 feet vertical, doing like 90 feet distance. I don't know.
Oh my god. We got to, you know what? Hey, Matt, I think you got to be the guy. If we get to go do an episode, guys, I think Matt's going to be the host. We're just going to throw Matt in there. If you guys know somebody that has a monster truck that can do that stuff, hit us up. We got to get Matt out there. We'll be out there. And we want to find out how those damn things work. What are the science behind it? How are those guys walking away?
If we get Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, to fly me out to Digger's Dungeon in North Carolina, then I'd be more than happy to do an episode.
You guys hear it?
You hear that, Ryan?
Internet people, let's make this happen. All right, man. Let's pull this thing off and check it out. So we got this bad girl fully nude.
Yep. Yep.
Truck nudes.
She's naked.
Yeah.
So last time I just had a mock-up engine in here, and now I have the official built engine.
There it is.
In all of her glory. My buddy Kellen put this together for me, and some stuff inside I can't really talk about.
Okay, all right. Some top secret. Okay.
Yeah. No, nothing really crazy, but it's he did a really good job building it, and we're squeezing as much power out of it as we can without losing the reliability.
Okay.
So it should snap pretty good, but it's not gonna blow apart every race because you can build these.
These take a lot of abuse
to the moon, but they're like time bombs. So we kept the bottom end really respectable and did a lot of head work and cam stuff, intake porting and all that stuff to get power out of it.
Good old 22 RE, man.
22R.
22R.
Yes. So RE would be fuel injection.
Oh.
R would be the old carburetor here. So
okay.
it's basically the same engine. It's just one has fuel injection, one has a carburetor. So
okay.
the 22R is a carburetor, and this is a 38 millimeter Weber that I'm putting on here. Same carb as the old truck, same setup. So you can run dual carbs. They get a lot more power, but they're a real pain to keep tuned and synced together. And I had a buddy that had dual carbs on a Toyota back in the day, and just always screwing with them. Always screwing them. The linkages get out of whack. Jetting's a pain in the ass. So
running this one is just the way to go.
Because this is just like plug and play. Once I get this jetted where I want it, like I don't ever screw with it. Right. Like, and the old truck, it never talked back. It never bobbled in the bumps.
Nice.
It was just consistent all day long. So I am going with the same exact setup as before because it was tried and true back then. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so engine's in for good. Transmission.
How was the motor mounts? Is that all done with this thing?
Yeah, motor mounts are all done. Like I said, everything's final assembled for engine and transmission.
That's awesome, man.
Clutch is in, slave cylinders on, starters in.
Nice, dude.
So yeah, I've got plumbing to do still. I got brake plumbing to do.
Nice, man.
Obviously, radiator hoses, spark plug wires, like all the little stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of next on my list is to start doing plumbing and wiring and belts, hoses, all those stuff. I got to do throttle linkage and get a throttle cable made.
Very cool, man. Any other big things up here? I mean, this is huge in itself, dude. You got the motor in there mounted.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Trans. Who ended up building your trans?
So Anaheim Gear did the transmission for me. They just went through it and freshened it all up because that was another freebie I got with this truck. Was a buddy of mine gave me that transmission because originally it had a 4-wheel drive gearbox in it, and this is a 2-wheel drive trans. So a buddy of mine gave me that gearbox, and so it was in good shape, and he gave it to me. But I just gave it to Anaheim Gear and just had him go through it and put new bearings and seals and check everything in it and mag everything. So it's all fresh and gone through, ready to go. Brand new clutch in there. Last time too, all the suspension was just mocked up on here.
Okay.
And now the suspension is all final assembled.
Ooh, nice, man.
I didn't have bearings yet, rotors, calipers. So that's all been added since last time, and that's all race prepped and ready to go.
Dude, yes.
Obviously brake lines still, but hubs and all that stuff is all ready to go. A-arms are locked down, steering's on for good.
Nice, dude.
So yeah,
how stoked is Total Chaos, man?
Total Chaos is super stoked.
They pumped on this right now?
Yeah, they're definitely pumped. Nicole is awesome. She doesn't like show her excitement too crazily sometimes, but I know she's really pumped about this build. Like,
heck yeah.
Going back to the old days, but
well, dude, there's a lot of internet buzz. There's a lot of freaking social media buzz. People are stoked. I was saying we've gotten like a couple of DMs and emails about this truck and when's the next update. So hopefully this will be out soon, and the next one will be on its way too. How long are you thinking for the next update?
Well, I'm trying to have this thing done in this calendar year.
Okay.
So sometime in the next 6, 8, 9 months, I'm hoping to have this thing running and driving.
So maybe we'll come a couple times in between then, man.
Yeah, I mean, maybe once we get it fired up and get it running, that'll kind of be the next milestone.
Okay.
But yeah, it's getting close to firing it up once I get some plumbing and wiring in here and
hell yeah, man.
All that. The exhaust too, I started doing the other night.
Okay.
So I got a.
Let's go. These headers over here.
Yeah, so
come on over here.
That was another freebie header. I started putting together the exhaust. I got a Black Widow neighbor hater down there.
Okay.
From my friends at Black Widow Exhaust.
Hell
Hooked me up with that. So I got the exhaust just sort of tacked together.
Okay.
Up in there right now.
There she is, right there.
I got to finish doing some tailpipe out the back a little bit under the cab, and then weld all that up and put some hangers down there.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm
Neighbor hater.
Yeah, I'm excited to
That's
see how
rad.
this thing's gonna sound. It's gonna be nasty, and
Heck yeah.
it's gonna be pretty cool. So,
Oh yeah, man. Very cool. So anything else inside?
yeah. So, like I said, everything's painted. Nothing was painted in here last time. I got the seats bolted in right now. Last time you were here, the battery switch wasn't mounted. Shifter boot wasn't in here. Dash panel was plain, nothing there. So now I've added the radio, the intercom, 2 gauges, a plethora of switches and circuit breakers. I have my ignition components mounted over there, the igniter and coil in the corner.
Nice, dude.
Little dome light up here in the top. Little old school Vision X dome light that I've had in my toolbox for years that I threw up there.
There we go. It finally came in handy.
Yeah.
Isn't that
basically.
funny? You've had something there, you're like, you know what? I'm not going to throw this away.
Yeah, no, it came in handy for sure. So
I'm sure you guys can relate. There's like those couple things you're just going to hang on to,
there's-
never get rid of, put it on the side, and you're like, you know what, this is going to come in handy in about 8-9 years.
yeah, basically. So I got a GPS to mount there still.
Okay. Are you guys doing like a iPad?
No, I'm doing old school Lowrance.
Oh, there we go, man.
Yeah, like kind of with everything with this build, I'm trying to keep it kind of old school. So
Okay. I love it, dude.
yeah, old school Lowrance, the old fish finder. Same with, everyone's asking, why didn't you put a Switch Pros in here and all that? It's like, why are you? It's because
You're like, why don't you mind your damn business?
Well, it's not that. I'm just trying to keep it.
You got a
old
theme,
school.
man. No,
So-
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you got a theme going, bro.
So I just don't want the look of the Switch Pros. I think it just won't go with the vibe of the truck.
I love it.
And
dude.
as simple as they are, it's probably actually cheaper to do it than buy all these switches and breakers too. When you actually add up the cost of everything, but
It's crazy. It's crazy. You're literally going with like a reproduced like timepiece.
kind of, yeah.
I feel like this
Yeah.
is just stepping into the truck of your dreams in that time period.
But this also too is still very viable and very reliable.
Hell yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's old school, but it still works.
Well, I remember you sharing one time in the last episode. Matt was talking about how when you won the championship, he was up against like big travel numbers, link trucks, V8s, everything, and it's all in the prep, dude. It's all in the consistency, right?
Yep.
And that's how he won, And I that's still true till this day, man. I totally think so.
Yeah. So it's all the little details. So I'm trying to make sure everything is legit, and also trying to keep everything as simple as possible, just for affordability and then ease of maintenance and
Excellent.
and all that. So
Excellent, dude. Steering wheel?
yeah, the steering wheel is a PRP steering wheel.
Okay.
With the sweet disconnect here,
There we go. Very cool.
and all the steering column's all locked down, good to go.
Excellent, man.
It's all final assembly. Not final, it's close, but it's all welded up and everything.
Nice.
I got all the seatbelts are mounted too. They're not in here yet, but all the eyelets are all in there.
Okay.
And then eventually too, I'll do like tool bag mounts, and I got to put a fire extinguisher in here.
Right.
I did make window net templates and sent those off to Dan at Hostile, and he's going to make the window nets for me.
Excellent.
So should have those in the next couple weeks, and then I'll be mounting those. The doors are in the backyard because they're in the way, but once I get those, then I'll bring the doors in here and make my tabs and mount the nets to the door, and that'll be one more thing off the list.
Right on. Heck
And then, once wiring's done, like I said before, then I'm going to do my door bars. And probably I'm just going to do an X just for ease of getting in and out, since this is going to be a toy and a race car, not a full race car. So I don't want to do the full giant,
To be climbing in all crazy.
because it's such a pain in the ass to get in and out. So I think just an X will be fine. That way you can still get in and out fairly easily.
Right on. We're pumped, man. You want to take us through the rear of this thing? Has
Sure.
anything changed back here?
Oh, yeah. Big changes back here.
All right.
One of the biggest things would be this curry housing down here.
Look at that bad boy right there.
So in the last video, I had a stock stamped 9-inch down there. That was empty, and now I've got this beautiful 3.5-inch curry housing. And
Would you look at that?
Kevin Lowrance, third member.
Nice, dude.
Just got the Willwood brake package for it and got that put on last week. Because all that stuff was on back order, so I finally got the rotor hats and the rotors and the calipers and got all those mounted up last week.
Everything's on back order, man.
Yeah, man, it's been tough getting some parts. And the leaf springs were just main leafs. They weren't assembled yet last video, so the springs are all assembled now. Limit straps are in there. Those weren't mounted last time either. Obviously, I didn't have a drive shaft before because I didn't have a third member, and so
Drive shaft.
Drive shaft's in there.
Heck yeah, man.
Had to do some notching.
So this isn't a 2-piece.
Nope, single piece.
How does that work with this truck? Is it because
It's just not long enough to need a 2-piece.
Got
it. With the single cab, it doesn't need a carrier bearing.
Just works out like that?
Yeah, this is pretty much the longest 1-piece drive shaft you can run without having vibration issues.
Okay.
And all that, but it works bitching on this setup. If this were an extended cab,
yeah,
I would need a 2-piece shaft because it would just be too long.
Got it. Did you have a mobile drive shaft guy or?
So actually, Instagram again. The guy I know from the gram hooked me up with, this is an old shaft out of one of his Toyotas.
Okay.
And he gave it to me as another freebie. And
nice.
I put it in here and cycled it, and it was actually the perfect length.
Oh, cool.
Like, I was blown away. Like, that. I figured I'd have to shorten it or lengthen it a little bit because every truck's going to be a little different. But, like, I shit you not, it was the perfect length. So all I did was take it to Drivelines Incorporated, and they balanced it and put new U-joints in it and freshened it up and a coat of paint, and so it's good to go.
That's freaking a sweet find.
Yeah, I mean, because that saved me like $300, $400, having a drive shaft made.
Dude, hell yeah. Dude, I had a similar situation like that. Side story with my Nissan. My buddy Eric Moore's Metalworks, the guy who built the chassis of my truck, front end, all that good stuff, he found a Chrisman rear end at the swap meet. And it was the exact width and everything we needed for my truck.
That's crazy.
So it was the ultimate gold find. So thank you, Eric Moore's Metalworks, for making that happen, dude. That dude comes up on some good stuff. But yeah, cool. Anyways, moving on.
Yep. Also, Diff skid plate. That's a Blitzkrieg Motorsports Diff skid that Nate hooked me up with.
Let's check that thing out.
And
damn, that thing looks mean, dude.
Again, I've known Nate for forever and worked for him for a bunch of years, and so as soon as I got this together, I hit him up and said, "Hey man, I need one of your skid plates." And
necessary.
He threw it in the mail for me, and I burned it up and put it on. And
how necessary is that, man?
Well, it's a lot of money in that diff right there, so you want to protect that.
Yeah.
And so it's well worth it. I mean, you can't not have one. The rocks are too brutal anymore to run without any type of skid on the third member. So
for sure.
But yeah, and then
cool, man. I mean, dude, it looks freaking beautiful back here. It looks great.
Yep.
Couldn't get any better than this, dude.
Yep. So like I said, the devers are all bolted together, ready to go. Everything's in for good. Those are the H70 packs. I've mounted some lights. I got my amber light back here. My mandatory green light for Class 2000.
Okay.
They make you have one of those to race.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's like limited. It's a limited class thing.
Okay. So is it just to tell?
It's to tell the fast cars behind you that you're a limited car.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be nice when they hit you if they're trying to pass.
You're not gonna need that shit.
I wouldn't. Tech
just
makes you
go,
run it.
bro.
Tech makes you run it, but so I have to have it on here to be race legal. But it's one of those things where I wouldn't have it because
Yeah, I get you.
If it were me, but they make you do it. But
no, that's cool, man. I mean, that's good. I think they just don't know the legend of Matt Helton, so they better watch out. You hear that, guys?
As long as there's a 2000 number on here, I gotta run it. So it's what it is. But yeah, I got brake lights back here, and again with these lights, trying to keep them kind of old school with the round.
Love it.
Not doing a big LED bar.
It fits the the time era, right?
Yeah,
and it fits the front round Gravedigger lights, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, all the bedside mounts. Fuel cell last time was just sitting in here.
Okay.
I have gone through it completely. I've changed the pickup. So normally these fuel cells pick up out the top.
Okay.
If you notice on the side down there, there's a dash 8 fitting sticking out. I moved the pickup down to the side.
Okay.
And
right
clocked
there.
the little guy down there. So that's where the fuel will come out now instead of out the top.
Oh, okay.
And that just makes life a lot easier for the fuel pump because it doesn't have to draw the fuel all the way up and out. It's down low, so it.
Interesting, man.
Yeah, it's.
Is that common?
Yeah. This is a budget cell. So like race cells are all usually bottom pickups unless they have like the stock style drop-in pump with a gauge sender and all that crap.
Right.
But like real race cells like in buggies and stuff and trucks usually have a bottom pickup.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the same with this just to because sometimes people have like vapor lock issues when they overheat the pumps because the fuels, it's too hard to pull it up the height or whatever. So
Got it.
I just wanted to do it and make sure that wasn't an issue. And but yeah, so back here too, this will be the breather. I gotta make the breather hose out, and that'll be the return line going in there. So like all the fuel plumbing, fuel filters mounted down there by the front spring hanger.
There you go.
So that'll catch any debris that comes out of the cell possibly. Filler's all done. That wasn't here last time either. Just simple clear vinyl hose, cap and filler neck that you can buy at Cartech, McKenzie's, ORW, wherever.
There we go.
Just basic. Fabricated mounts here.
Looking good,
like I
bro.
said, just simple. Dry brakes are really cool, but they're really expensive. And for this, it's not necessary. And back here, there's no heat sources for fuel spillage to cause a fire or anything. I'm really far away from brakes. I'm far away from exhaust, so it's not a concern of mine to have a dry brake or anything. So it's all about just affordability and simplicity.
Say that one more time. It's all about what, Matt?
Affordability and simplicity.
Boom.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to know that.
Yeah, absolutely. The spare tire has been officially mounted with this strap here. Put the eyelets on there, and
Heck yeah, speed strap, man.
Yeah, that is an American Racing AR23 wheel. It's a 15x7, and same wheel I ran on the old truck. Just these are black, and the old ones were the machine finish. And then this beautiful 37-10-15 tensor.
Yes.
It's gonna go on this thing, and pretty excited to run this truck with this tire because it's an amazing tire on the buggies that we race.
Well, it's the biggest tire you've ever had on a SY truck, right?
Yeah.
So
35s were what I had before, 35-12.5. So this is actually a little narrower but taller and a whole lot lighter.
Dude.
So that's one of the things
That's exciting, dude.
having the extra diameter to roll over the bumps, but also having way less weight to turn up and to spring. So I think this tire is going to be really bitchin'. A few people have already beat me to this on trucks because I've taken so long to build this damn thing. Because it's already so.
It's okay, Matt. I understand.
In 2 months, it'll be 2 years since I started this project. So,
dude, you're flying, man. You're making it happen, dude. I mean, I know that's different, but you really are, dude. This is phenomenal. 2 years to build this thing. This is basically the dream SY truck. This is a dream truck for so many people, man. You're making it happen. So, don't be so hard on yourself, man.
Yeah, well, I kind of have to be, but. But yeah,
well, I'm stoked. So some other guys ran the same tire or a 37?
Yeah, so there's a few other guys with 2000 trucks and a few other pre-runners like Rangers and stuff that have tried this same tire.
And have you heard any feedback?
Yeah, they love them.
Hell yeah.
So I'm very anxious to try it, and I think they're going to work really bitchin'.
Hell yeah.
And I have a nice supply of used ones through our clients at our shop that race on these tires. So
the buggy guys.
Buggy guys. So it's nice to have great clients that let me take their takeoffs.
Hell yeah.
So I got a stockpile of these tires going right now, so I can have a good batch to burn through as I start running this thing. So.
Oh yeah, dude. And super cool.
Tensor too. It's a great company. We've been running their tires for a long time, so we support them, and they support us. So
nice.
Excited to have their tires on this truck. So yeah, Total Chaos, Deaver, Curry, Tensor. I mean, there's just so many great people that have helped me out with all this. So and then a million friends that have gifted me parts and given me parts for super bitchin' discounts. The
Prerunner network is real.
When this is all done, I need to go through and make like a list of all the people who've donated parts or giving me like super bitchin' discounts on stuff because it's going to be a mile long.
That's awesome, man. Well, we'll be there to take some pictures so you can send them then, bro.
Yeah, I can't think. There's too many people to think at this point to even like remember.
Where's one place you want to take this thing? Like, where is the Matt Helton section that you dream of?
Well, there's the one place that everyone wants me to take that, and that's the wall. Like, it's sort of the only. That's what everyone wants to see is they want to see the thing 20 feet in the air off the wall like the old days.
Damn it, Matt.
Anytime anyone says they want to see this thing out, that's where they want to see it.
That's where you. Awesome.
And of course, the wall.
Where do you envision it? Where do you envision it? So that's what the fans want. That's what the people want. What does Matt want? Where is the place you want to go with this thing, man?
Well, I of course want to do that too because it was always fun. It's always fun, hucking your stuff. But
this time with 37s and shocks that are dialed, ready to go, buttoned up.
I don't know. I just want to go have fun with it and and do some races and just kind of show people what old school budget setups can do, you know?
Oh yeah.
Because they can still turn some heads and impress some people. So I just want to go out and have fun. That's the bottom line. Just have fun.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And then your boy's gonna probably be driving with you too, right?
Yep. Isaac will be with me, and the goal, like I said before, just to get him eventually in the seat and
Get him
in the driver's seat, and let him start driving it and racing it, and then hopefully in the future I can sort of back away from this whole thing and just sort of, because I'll be old as hell by then, because I'm already old now. But yeah, and then he can, I can just sort of sit back and watch him have all the fun.
Hell yeah.
And then he can start paying to maintain it and paying to fix it.
There we go.
And all that. So
every off-road dad's dream.
Yeah,
Passing
basically.
the torch, bro.
Yep.
Very
So
cool,
that's
man.
kind of the goal.
Hell yeah, man. Well, thank you so much, Matt, for meeting with us, man. Is there anything else you want to cover before we wrap this up?
Oh, another name to mention is my friend Chris Nisley, Fluid Flow Performance. He's going to be supplying me with all of my plumbing needs for this truck.
Nice.
Another friend I've known forever and ever and ever. He's going to do all my brake plumbing and fuel plumbing and all that stuff. So another friend I'm grateful for. So in the coming weeks, we'll be doing all the plumbing and laying out brake lines and all that stuff. So
Oh yeah.
he's stoked to be part of the project. I'm stoked to have him helping me out. So that's another name I want to throw in there too. So
Heck yeah, man. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode update with SY4. This thing is coming together. It's coming together quick. Even though Matt thinks it can be faster, I think it's great. Just slow down. You're making us look bad, Matt, please. Also, this is going to be great, guys. I'm so stoked that Matt's letting us cover this thing. Expect everything from this truck. After this, we're going to do another update. What can we expect from the next update?
next update, I hope to have it running.
Okay. That's a big
making
goal.
some noise. That's the kind of the goal. I think that's the next big step is getting it fired up for the first time.
Hell yeah. So truck will hopefully be running next time you guys see this thing. And then after that, maybe some shock tuning stuff. I'm trying to make Matt take this thing to dyno. I know he doesn't want to, but I want to. So if you guys think he should do it, tell him. The reason why I want to show you guys that you don't need all this horsepower to smoke other people. And I think Matt's going to be the guy to do it, man. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys like what we do, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It helps our channel grow. And if you guys know somebody building a Toyota and wants to build a leaf spring truck that works, take some tips from this episode, share this episode. And yeah, guys, have a good one. Later.
Right on.
Yeah.